Hello again, this is Michael Fox from Mike's News Hangout, and we are continuing the series of videos on how to work Sudoku. This is a medium puzzle. Medium puzzles will employ a little bit of the easy way, which I explained in my last video, and a little bit perhaps of the hard way that will make things a little bit easier in the long run, I think. I call it the hard way, even though it really isn't the hard way. It can be kind of messy, though. So we got ourselves a medium puzzle here, and we're going to start doing it the easy way that I described before. Now we're going to start with ones like what I did before, and we're going to start in the upper left-hand corner and work our way around, and well, we'll see what happens. So there's no 1 in this box, so we have a 1 below it. We cover up that part that can't be a 1 in with our pencil, pen, whatever you want to call it, or sometimes fingers. There's no other 1, unfortunately, for us to determine what the other boxes are, where it could be 1, where to eliminate the 1 from that. So unfortunately, that's going to need to wait. So next box, we have a 1. There is no 1 in it, but we have a 1 below it, and if we cover up that one, we notice there's 3 boxes where 1 could be. And I'm sorry if my hand is blocking the way. I'll try to do that as little as possible. Now, unfortunately, there is no other way for us to determine which of these boxes is 1 in that box. So we'll go to the next one. And this one, there is no 1, but there's a 1 below it, and another 1 below it. So these 2 columns can't be 1s. But we know that and these 2 obviously already have numbers in them, so we know that this one has to be a 1. And if we go back to our other boxes, that doesn't really help us enough to determine what where the ones will go on those. Now in the next box, there's already a 1. This one there's already a 1. This one there's already a 1. So we can skip those. This next one here does not have a 1 in it. There's a 1 here. We can cover that up, and there's a 1 coming down here, so we know that means that is a 1, and that actually helps us in the first box. So there's no 1 in this one, there's a 1, or there's not going to be a 1 in this one, and now there's no 1 in that one, so we know that the 1 will be there. And still no help with the second box, but we can move on to the ones below it here. This one here does not have a 1. 1 here means the 1 can't go there. 1 there means it can't go there. But unfortunately, there's not enough information on the upper boxes to tell us where the 1 would be on there. Already a 1 there, so we've got most of the ones. We're still missing a 1 there and a 1 there. And well, we'll have to move on to the 2s. So, no 2 there. Here's a 2 there, so nothing in there. 2 there, so nothing in there. So the next 2 will be one of these 2 boxes. Unfortunately, there's not enough information to tell us which one it will be in there. This next box has a 2 already in it. The next box is missing the 2. There's a 2 down here, so we can eliminate that row, that column rather. There's a 2 down there, but that doesn't matter because all those numbers are taken, all those boxes are taken. So we know that 2 will be either here or here. There's already a 2 there, so there will be no 2 there. So we know then on the third box that the 2 goes here. Now, next one, 2 is already there. This one, 2 is not there. Of course, there's not going to be a 2 in this row, and there's a 2 here, so there won't be a 2 in this row. So it's going to be one of these 2, and since there's a 2 down there, we can eliminate that, and the 2 will go in there. Again, it doesn't help the first box, but we'll actually, we can figure out the first box now. First box, there's 2 now there, and there's 2 2s there, so won't be there, won't be there, won't be there, so 2 will be there in that first box. Alright, so now we have actually, we've got all the 2s. 2 there, 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 and 2 there. So we can mark 2 off so that when we come back around, we don't have to worry about including it. So we move on to 3s. First box, there's no 3. There's a 3 there, so we can cover that up. There's a 3 there, we can cover that up. That leaves just 1 3 there. I'm moving a little bit faster in this video. If you have problems with the logic on there, you can always, watch it again. But there's a 3 there now, 3 there, 3 there. There's no 3 on this one. So we know that that 3 there means no 3 can be in that row. No 3 there, or there's 3 there means same thing basically. But we still don't know about this one, this one, this one, this one. Well, actually we do know about this one, this one, this one, and this one. So move on to the next one. There's a 3 already there. This one there is no 3. Can't be there. Can't be there because of that 3 there. So 3 will be one of these 3, but we can't narrow it down any further. Next box, there is no 3. 3 can't be there because of the 3 up here. And there's no other 3 to narrow it down any further on there. So here, on this one, there is no 3. There's a 3 there, eliminates this one. There's a 3 there, eliminates this one. So 3 will be that one. And in the last box, we know that it won't be the 3 there. There's a 3 there, that eliminates that box. And we don't know beyond that what it's going to be. So let's move on to 4s. No 4 in this one, but there's a 4 in this row. So we cover that up and you'll find that there's an empty space there. And that's the only spot where a 4 could be. Alright, next one. We know there's no 4 there. We know there's no 4 there. There is, however, a 4 there. So the only box for a 4 is that one right there. And let me take a moment to go over what the rules of Sudoku are. Basically, you're going to put the numbers 1 through 9 in each of these squares here, in each row and in each column. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5 in one of these two, and a 6 and a 7. So we need a 5 and a 7 in these 2 rows. But that's part of the hard way, and we'll go into that later on. All right, so we were working on 4s, actually. Yeah. We're not quite done with 4s yet. So 4 there, 4 there, 4 there, 4 there, 4 there. No 4 here. 4 can't be that one. 4 can't be in that one. But there's not enough information to tell us where the 4 is. But there's a 4 here. No 4 here. Can't be on that column. Can't be under that column. Can't be under this row. So 4 works only there. Okay, now knowing that, we can go back to this one here, because while there's no 4 there and there's no 4 there, it could be 4 there or 4 there. There's now a 4 here, so we don't need to worry about that. 4 can only be there, and that takes care of all the 4s. So we put the 4 down there. Now this is a medium puzzle. It's not super hard, but it might get super hard a little bit later on. This might actually be easier than the easy puzzle that we worked on earlier, but we'll have to see how things go. Alright, 5. No 5 there. Could be there, but there is a 5 here that eliminates that. So we have a 5 there, and the other number that we're missing is the 7. Alright, next one. Next one is missing a 5. We have cover that up so that 5 can't be there. 5 can't be there. 5 can be there, but 5 can't be there. So 5 can only be there. And there's another one of these 8 of 9 situations where we're only missing one number in this row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that can only be a 9. And when I do these in my head, I do them a whole lot faster. Alright, so we're still working on 5s though, as a general rule. So down here we're missing a 5. Can't be there because of the 5 up there. Can't be in this column because of the 5 there. It has to be in this column. We don't know which one it is yet because the other rows don't give us any hints. Alright, so the next one. Missing a 5. Can't be that one because of the 5 there. 5 there means that whole column is kaput for 5s, but again, there's not enough information to tell us which of these two could be 5. And the next one is also missing a 5. Unfortunately, there is nothing in the columns and the rows that tells us which of these 5 squares the 5 can not be in. So it could be in any one of these 5 squares. And we'll get into that with a hard way, but we're not going to do that until we made at least one full pass. Alright, so this one here has a 5, that one's got a 5. This one is missing a 5, can't be in this row, can't be in this row, can only be right there. So 5 there. Now we can eliminate some of the one of the columns in that previous one. But still no help there, not really much help there, I should say. Alright, so let's move on to 6. There's already a 6 there. No 6 in this box, but we know it can't be that one because there's already a 6. So the 6 can only be here or here. This is one of those instances where you've got a row here that's missing 2 numbers, so it can only be one of 2 numbers. 6 is one of them, and in this case 1 is the other. No help in either way to determine which one of those is a 6 and which is a 1. Alright, but there we have a 6 here. Do not have a 6 in this box. Can't be there, but there's nothing else to help us determine which of these 4 the 6 is in. And this one again, no 6, nothing whatsoever to help us out in the row wise and column wise and row wise to tell us which one of these it could be. So we can't determine where the 6 will be there. In this case, no 6, but it can't be there. But that's the only help. Yeah, that's the only help. Okay. This one needs a 6. Can't be that one. But we don't know which of these 2 it will be in. So we'll have to come back to that later. And the next one is missing a 6. There's no help in the rows or the columns to help us determine which one the 6 will be in. This one here, missing a 6, but we have at least a column here that we can mark out for no 6. But that's it. The other 2, we don't know which one's going to be a 6. And let's move on to 7s. We've got a 7 there, 7 there. Because it could be one of 2 things. It could be a 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could be a 7 or a 5. So that could be a 7 or 5. Now this is one of the more interesting things of the puzzle here. This can only be a 5 or a 7, but we have an empty space here. So that can't be a 5 or a 7, but it could be something else. What it's missing here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7 will be there. So 5, 6, 7 can only be an 8. So an 8 has to be there, and that's how you figure that out logically. Also could have done that with this one here, with the one and the 6. Alright, so we were working on 7s. There was 7 there. Can't be in this column, can't be in this column, can only be in that column. Alright, 7's here, can't be in this column, can't be in this column, can't be in this row, so 7 can only be there. And then we figure that out, we put the pen over where the 7 can't be. And the 7 can't be there, and the 7 can't be there. That leaves only this square here where it could be. Now this one's missing 7, no 7 there, no 7 there. Could be one of these 2, but we don't know which one. Next one has a 7, that's got a 7. The last box can't be the bottom row, already can't be the top row because it's already filled out. But it could be one of those 2, but we don't know which one yet. 8s. 8 there, 8 there, 8 there. 8 everywhere. No, that's not true. Alright, this one needs an 8. Can't be in this column. Obviously can't be in this column. So it has to be one of these 2. There's nothing here to tell us where that's going to be. Alright, next one. 8 cannot be there. And that is all we can determine from there. Next one. 8 cannot be one of these 2. And again, that's all we can determine logically from that. Next one. 8 can't be there. Nothing in the rows and columns to tell us. Actually, there is. This is one of those 8 of 9, and it can only be 8. So there's an 8 there. And if we go back up to this one, we know that that's now in this column, but that's all we know. Excuse me. All right. And let's see. This last one, these last two can't be 8s in here, but we can cover this up. That one's already covered. We want those 3. We don't know which one yet. This one here, we can't be in that column. And that is all we know. And 9. 9 is already there, 9's already there, 9's already there. 9's already there. It could be 1. It's along this row, and we know there's a 9 there. So we put the 9 right there. 9's already there. In this case, we know 9 will be, can't be along that way, can't be along that way, can't be along that way, so 9 can only be right there. And in the last one, 9 is on this column, 9's already there, in fact. So we don't need to worry about 9s. In fact, we have all the 9s. So we mark 9 right there. Alright, let's start over with 1s to see if we can fill in any of the gaps here. 1's already there, 1's already there. 1 can only be one of these guys, but we don't know which one yet. Alright, and in fact, this is the only spot here where 1 could be, for this one, one's everywhere else. But we still don't know which one of those is going to be a 1. Alright. And 2s. I think we've got all the 2s because we marked a number here. 3. Yeah, we don't have all the 3s yet, so we know that can't be there. And that's all we know for that box. 3 is already here. Cover that up. Cover this one up. We know 3 has to be one of these. We don't know which one yet. This one, 3 can only be one of these 2. See which ones we're missing here. Because this is a medium puzzle, we're going to introduce you to the hard way on this, for these 2 ones that are, when it has 2 left, we're going to do it a hard way here. Hard way means you're going to write down what it could be, what a square could be. In this case, because it's 2 numbers that are missing, one is 1, one is 6. So we put a 1 there and a 6 there. And we know this is the same way. That's going to be a 1 and a 6. Same here. 5 and 7 is what's missing. Don't have any 5s or 7s on there. So 5 and 7. Forgive my handwriting. 5, 7. And this is another one where 2 is missing. So 3 and 6 is what we're missing here. No 3s or 6s on either one of those. No 3s or 6s here, 3s or 6s there. No 3s or 6s here, no 3s or 6s there. So we know that that's going to be 3 or 6, and that's going to be 3 or 6. Now later on when we start doing a hard puzzle, it's going to be a lot more full. And this one also could be a 3 or a 6, but we got a 3 here. So since a 3 can't be that, it has to be 6. And then we can go back to this one, because this is either 3 or 6, and it can't be 6, so it has to be 3. Now, normally I would have an erasable pen with me, but I don't have it with me right now. So, okay, so that's 3, so that has to be 6. All right, we narrow things down a little bit. So we're at the point where we can probably skip over the easy way and go straight to the hard way at this point. This square is missing a 1. It's also missing an 8. Now there's no 1 or 8 there. There's no 1 or 8 there. So it's going to be 1, 8, and then 1, 8. Alright. And this one also is missing 2, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missing, and 8 is what we're missing. Now I've already got a 6 here, so it has to be 8, and that's going to be 6. And then we got another 2 square missing here, so we're missing a 3, and we're missing a 7. There is no 3 or 7 in those columns, so we mark that 3, 7, and mark that 3, 7. Alright, now this is one of those 8 or 9 situations, the column here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what it has to be. Alright, and this is this column here is missing only 3, and it could be a 3, 7, a 5, 7, or it could be 3 or 5 or 7 in this one. In this case, it's got a 7, so that can only be a 3 and a 5. And this is again part of the hard way to figure out how the what goes into these squares here. All right, so and again we got a 3 and a 7 here. We're missing 2 more squares. What are we missing other than the 3 and a 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it could be 3, 6, or 7. Got a 7 there, so it's got to be a 3, 6. And we've got a 6 there, therefore that's going to be a 3, 7. Now, we got a 3, 7 here and a 3, 7 here. Therefore, 3 or 7 can't be in this one. So this one has to be a 6. So now we got a 3, 7 and 3, 7 there. Alright. And we're missing 2 more here. So we're missing a 3 and a 5 and an 8 here. Okay, well, this one actually should be a little bit easier. This one's got 2. 3 and 8 is what we're missing for these two. 3, 8, 3, 8. And it's going to be, we've already got a 3, so that's going to be 5, 8. That's also going to be 5, 8, except it's already got a 5. So we know that's going to be 8. And then we'll make that 5. And this is why this hard way gets a little messy if you don't have something that will erase it. So we got a 5 there. So this one is 3 or 5. So that can only be a 3. And this one here has to be an 8 because it can be 3 or 8, and we've already got a 3 here. So that's going to be 3. This is 3, 7. So that can only be a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. It can only be 5, 8. That's got an 8 there. So we have a 5, and we have 8, and we've got another 8 of 9 here. 3, 4, 5. That can only be a 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That can only be a 5. Alright. Let's look at some of these other squares. We still have the 1, 6 and 1, 6 there. There's a 6 there, though. So that can be 1, or can only be 1. And that can be 6. We're having 1, 8, 1, 8 here. There's a 1 there, so we can make that an 8 and that a 1. We have a 3, 7, 3, 7 there, so we got a 7, so that can only be 3, and that has to be 7. And we got a 5, 7, 5, 7 there. Makes that 5, because there's already 7, and makes that a 7. And we finished our first medium puzzle. If you have questions, please feel free to put them into the comments section. I'll be glad to answer them any way I can. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.